Is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? So, Vogue released an article called Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing Now? And let's talk about it because I feel like I want my page to be a space to talk about this kind of thing. So, this was released October 29th. I am now reading this November 7th. I am late to the game, but I was seeing a lot of controversy arise over this, and I wanted to talk about it as a girl that has a boyfriend and still very much prioritizes her individuality. So, let's read this together. So, is having a boyfriend embarrassing now? If someone so much as says my boy on social media, they're muted. There's nothing I hate more than following someone for fun, only for their content become my boyfriend suddenly. So this is an actual issue. This is an issue that I do see a lot of women struggle with, that I have struggled with. They've lost individuality on their social medias. They've lost that kind of separation of themselves and themselves as a girlfriend. They don't view themselves as an independent woman. They view themselves as a girlfriend kind of girl. They post, and all their posts on Instagram include at least one picture of their boyfriend. They post on TikTok and on YouTube, and their boyfriend is mentioned in every single video. This is wrong? No. Is it scary? Is it so close to losing a piece of yourself? Is it possible to lose individuality? Is it possible to lose oneself within this? And is it definitely an archetype of woman? Yes. The male-centered woman. Let's talk about it. The male-centered woman is something that has been going on for a long time. Someone that is so wrapped around the male gender. They prioritize any boyfriend they've had over friends. They prioritize male friends over women friends and friendships. And they just put it above everything else in their life, including their own goals, their own priorities. It is, mm, as Vogue calls it, boyfriend land. A world where women's online identity is centered around the lives of their partners, a situation rarely seen reversed. This is definitely something that, is rare to see. I'm very lucky. My boyfriend's entire social media, his entire Instagram is all me. I don't think he has even one picture of himself. And that could be a situation where it's seen as reversed. He is a girlfriend-centered man, and I am not a boyfriend-centered woman. It is reversed in this situation. It's not often reversed, though. Let's see. Exactly. This right here. Women are rewarded for their ability to find and keep a man. With elevated social status and praise. Why is that? Why is that is a thing in our society? Well, because for a long time, women did not have a career. For a long time, women's role in society was to support a husband, to support a man in their life, to cook, to clean, to become a mother. Their entire role in society surrounded and revolved around man. And this is something that we are still not completely out of. Let's scroll down. More recently, there's been a pronounced shift in the way people showcase their relationships online. Far from fully hard-launching romantic partners, straight women are opting for subtler signs, a hand on the steering wheel, clinking glasses at dinner, or the back of someone's head. Yes, soft launch, this new term that has come out more recently. Wow, I don't know how long my mic was off, so I'm going to have to voice over the parts that it was off for. Great. Soft launched. This term that has been coined for subtly showing that you are in a relationship, but not showing who they are, not, having them in. My mic keeps dying, so we're switching to my camera mic. It might not be as good, but I need to charge my mic, as you guys can see. Soft launch, this new term that has been coined, showing, a hand inside of a picture, you know, um, you know, a hand, the back of a head, their face is blurred maybe. Soft launch is becoming more popular than hard launches because of this kind of rise, and women that want more, that don't want to be, to have their only role in society to be as a supporting role for men. And when they are in a relationship, just because we feel this way, just because we want individuality, doesn't mean that we can't have romance as women. And our kind of way of fighting back, our role in society, but still wanting to have romance, is this soft launch. Yeah. Women are obscuring their partner's face when they post as if they want to erase the fact they exist without actually not posting them. So, yeah. It's interesting. I'm going to read this right here. To me, it feels like the result of women wanting to straddle two worlds, one where they can receive the social benefits of having a partner, but also not appear so boyfriend obsessed that they come across as quite culturally loserish. Yes. That's huge because there is a celebration of having a partner. There is kind of a prize. There is kind of a, you know, unfortunately, a punishment for women who you haven't seen public in a relationship. Oh, you've never been in a relationship. You never had your first kiss. You're still a virgin. You're this, you're that, you're that. You are lower than me in society. And it is an actual thing. And it is so sad. And it is so ridiculous for this to be a thing. But it unfortunately is. In other words, in an era of widespread heterofatalism, women do not want to be seen as being all about their man, but they also want the clout that comes with being partnered. This is huge. It's something that I feel like a lot of younger women are being affected by, and I feel like women are growing up into this idea of soft launching, into this, wanting to have a partner, but wanting to make sure to not let it consume you. You know, let's see. It's not all about image, okay? Let's see. Some feared the evil eye, a belief that their happy relationships would spark a jealousy so strong in other people that it could end the relationship. This is definitely something. Posting your happy relationship, talking about your boyfriend, talking about the relationship. There's this belief that doing all of those things can spark jealousy from other people and bad intentions from other people that can leak negative energy into your relationship. That is something that people believe, and it is something that maybe I have seen here and there. Do I believe it? I'm not 100% sure, but I have seen it. And it is a thing. There was an overwhelming sense from single and partnered women alike that regardless of the relationship, being with a man was almost a guilty thing to do. There's a lot of reasons for that. There are so many reasons why this feeling has come about in our society, and I'm going to name the number one reason. The number one reason I really truly think this is violence toward women from men. Women, for decades, for millennia, honestly, have suffered violence at the hands of men their entire lives. I do not know one single woman that has not been hurt in some way by a man. I do not know one single woman that has not been violated in some way by a man, has not been insulted or humiliated in some way by a man. And I especially do not know one woman that has not been in a relationship with the man that has hurt her. Domestic violence, violence toward women, and, male humiliation rituals toward women, like catcalling, has seen to this rise of women feeling guilty to even be with a man. Because how could I be with a man? Why would I be with a man? When all men do is hurt women, when all men do is humiliate women. And honestly, yes, they do. Yes, they do. But, does that mean that you can still want romance? You can still want romance and understand that men have a history of violence toward women, that domestic violence is such a huge thing in our society right now that we don't know if we can ever get rid of it. Still, women are having these feelings of feeling guilty for having a boyfriend when all of these issues against women are happening as we speak. As I speak, there is something happening toward a woman from a man right now. And I love this quote. Boyfriends are out of style. They won't come back in until they start acting right. I love this other one. Having a boyfriend typically takes hits on a woman's aura. Boyfriends are out of style. They won't come back in until they start acting right. So this kind of proves my point that this is also somewhat retaliatory toward the violence that we've suffered as women until they start acting right. Until we stop seeing so much male violence toward women, until we start seeing, the kind of behavior that women want within relationships, because there isn't just male violence toward women. The humiliation rituals, the unfaithfulness, the disrespect that women constantly face in relationships. We don't want it anymore. We aren't accepting it as more. And many women would rather be single than be, disrespected in a relationship. And honestly, I can understand. And I felt that way for a long time, and I still feel that way. I would rather be single than be in a relationship where I am being humiliated and I am being disrespected and I am being this. I would way rather be single. And being in a healthy relationship that I am now, I still sometimes, do the soft launch thing. I still sometimes feel like I've taken a hit to my aura when posting him. And it definitely is a societal thing, and it definitely is kind of reciprocal toward the violence that we've received from men. Yeah. Well, that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching this with me. Thanks for staying to this point. If you have stayed to this point, this was a little bit more of a rant style video. I just want to talk about this topic because it has been growing more and more in controversy, and I feel like I wanted to talk about it as a woman who has gone through a lot in the dating world and a lot with men, and am finally in a happy relationship, but still feel this kind of need to soft launch and the hits to my aura, so to say. So yeah, thanks for staying. Like and subscribe, and have a great one, girlies. I'll see you in the next one.